definitely be offended.
I have gained weight. I'm 34 years old. I'm not 25 anymore. And a guy that I dated when I was 25 just came back into my life, and he's in the best fucking shape of his life.
Goggle, goggle. Older guys, 100%.
Older guys.
Older guys. Mature men are definitely better, 100%.
They know what they want in life, you know?
Because they're more intelligent, they've got more money, which means they won't ask you for anything, more interesting, often better looking.
I'm 31 and I have wrinkles on my forehead, saggy titties and jowls, and he gets new gray hairs in his beard and his mustache, and he's never looked sexier, ever.
Jealousy because my ex is really out there working it.
This is like so bad saying this. We're talking like 35, 40, like up.
And today we're going to be talking all about why younger women like older men. So
younger women think of older men as more confident, assertive, and masculine than guys their age. And that's incredibly sexy to a woman.
The builders still are on the scaffolding looking over, but I am invisible to them.
So if you watched my previous video with the very fitting name I Got Cancelled, then you know that I'm currently being censored by YouTube for simply asking basic questions about modern feminism, or as YouTube likes to call it, and I get hit with a fucking hate speech. Are you kidding me, YouTube? Yeah, that happened. So anyways, if I'm not allowed to be critical on the platform, then let's be positive on the platform and talk about why men are so amazing. Since pretty much anywhere else, all they talk about is how terrible men are.
As a heterosexual female, I think we could all agree that the #1 reason we are not dating is men.
And not accept the misogynistic treatment that men have been doing for centuries.
According to this article in the New York Times, it says that men are becoming obsolete.
Hooking up with men or being intimate with men who don't respect us at all and actually actively dislike us or actively are using us.
By the way, if you're also fed up with all of this man bashing on the mainstream and social media, then please drop a like on the video to show that men are fucking awesome, okay? Because at some point, you do have to take responsibility for the god-awful selection process that you are utilizing. I mean, you wouldn't keep buying the same shitty banana from the same shitty store now, would you? No, you would go to a different store or just pick a different piece. But somehow, when it comes to the world of dating, it's always the banana's fault when things end in a disaster. But I digress. Because what I would like to focus on today is the so-called unfair double standard in dating, that men age like fine wine and that women are no longer valued as they get older, or that after a certain age they become invisible to men.
And I also get that back sometimes, that women are starting to feel invisible at that age. What does it come down to?
Oh God, dating is a freaking disaster. It's not a place you actually want to be in your 50s. They all go for the younger women. So my dating puddle, even though I think I'm pretty smart and I'm not bad looking, and I am as invisible to I'd say 70% of the men as any woman that was 56.
You know, like I'm single now and I'm 54 this year, and then you think, well, who is going to be interested in me when they can get a 30-year-old?
Now, the invisibility argument pretty much only happens to women who derive their entire self-worth or careers on their looks and nothing else, and if that is the case, then just like with an athlete who turns 30, you will lose market value fast as you get older.
I know LeBron thinks he can, but he can't. His body is not equipped to take the rigors.
Person to blame? It's Tom Brady. He ain't gonna get it done because the old man is an old man.
Ronaldo is too old to press/defend.
You know what? It's really freaking hard to be a woman because we really get dismissed from the table.
Tom Brady's just about done. It could be his next game he plays, it could be a year from now, but he is going to fall off a cliff.
But somehow, when this happens to a female model or actress, it is all of a sudden sexist and it's a double standard. Which brings us to the real reason why men age like fine wine, since this has everything to do with what men and women are looking for in a long-term partner.
What do I look for? Intelligence, wit.
You've got a shopping list.
I've got a shopping list.
Her personality, and of course that ass. I look for for looks, for beauty, personality.
Pretty boys. Pretty boys. I was going to say money as well, but that is something that I don't really want to go on YouTube. Someone with a good job, or at least like maybe educated, but knowledge, intelligence, brain, experience.
Ideal girl, she obviously has to be on point, like look-wise, and then her personality.
When you listen carefully to what men and women truly want in a long-term partner, you'll notice that not only are these two wildly different, but more importantly, these qualities are also achieved at very different stages in life. Most of the things that women find attractive in men simply come with age and experience, sometimes taking years to develop.
Okay, so number one on my list is they know what they want. So a guy that has been through more, he's gone through a couple jobs, he is a little bit older, he's more established in life, is probably going to know what he wants a lot more than someone younger who's just kind of getting into the swing of things and figuring things out.
Let's take a look at physical attractiveness, for instance.
I always go for tall, dark rugby players, basically.
Older because they're taller.
I think the tall thing's a big thing for girls, because for me, I like to feel like I'm petite. Yeah.
Most women favor tall, athletic men with strong facial features, which naturally comes with time, age, and a dedication to sportive activities. For most men, this starts to take effect in their early 20s and can peak all the way up into their mid-30s or even early 40s. Now, when it comes to intellect, most women like a smart, witty guy who's charming and has a great way with words. This can only come from experience and education, which again can only be developed over longer periods of time.
The guys do age well, attractively, like physically, aesthetically, but also just the way they carry themselves. They're not there to answer to anyone else.
A 17-year-old might look great, but he's probably lacking the charm necessary to really impress a woman, while a more experienced 25-year-old is probably better at saying the right things and carrying himself in a very attractive way.
Confidence is huge.
No girl likes guys that are not confident.
So with age simply comes more experience and skill, and these two together bring a level of confidence which in itself is also considered very sexy. So this all brings us to the most important quality that women are looking for in a long-term partner, and it explains even better why women like older men, and thus why men age like fine wine.